Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, I'm going to recap the fight. I'll give you my review on the fight that I actually went to. I was in attendance. It was here in my backyard in Hollywood, Florida. I live in Dania, which isn't too far from Hollywood. At the Seminole Hard Rock Casino, you had a fight between Mickey Bey, Rances Barthelemy. Rances' first defense of the IBF title at lightweight. He looked really good. There was early in the fight there was a questionable knockdown, and Rances Barthelemy was tested early, but he was winning rounds pretty soundly. He was able to really impose his size advantage and really control range. He found a lot of success in getting on the inside and unleashing 2 to 4 punch combinations in rapid succession. It was a good performance by Rances Barthelemy. He won the fight pretty convincingly. I had Mickey Bey winning on no more than 2, maybe 3 rounds on my own personal card as I scored the fight in my head while I was there. First of all, let me say that Floyd Mayweather Sr., when I see you again, I'm gonna talk to you about this, because Floyd Mayweather Sr., I interviewed him earlier this week. Obviously, he's a trainer, Mickey Bey, so he was very confident in his fighter. But he's seen so bamboozled that I thought Rances Barthelemy would outbox him. I told Mayweather Sr. to his face, and you can go check the interview for yourself. I told him to his face that Barthelemy was going to outbox Bey. Mickey Bey's a C-class fighter. C-class fighter, never really has beaten anybody. He's a guy that, had a PED usage problem. A guy that doesn't have really any skill that sticks out, doesn't have world-class power, doesn't have the best boxing ability, isn't blindingly fast. So when you take all that into account, at the world-class level, I just don't think he's that special of a fighter. And when you step in there with a guy with the talent level of a Rances Barthelemy, I thought that this fight was not going to be competitive, and it wasn't. Two judges scored it in favor of Barthelemy by a lot. One judge had it 117 to 110 for Mickey Bey. That was insane. And I'm gonna tell you guys something, because you guys, there's no way in hell you guys could have saw this if you weren't at the fight and you weren't paying very close attention like I was. But from where I was sitting at the fight, because the Hard Rock Casino isn't that big, but from where I was sitting at the fight, Floyd Mayweather Jr., I could see him. I spotted him out before a lot of people even saw him. I saw him sitting down. So I was watching him the whole night. And I'm going to have to say it was in the middle of the third, or after the fourth round, when Barthelemy really started picking it up. It was after the knockdown. Barthelemy really started putting that pressure on Mickey Bey. I saw Floyd Mayweather go over one of the judges, and he said, from where I was sitting, it looked like he said something to the judges, and he pointed down at the scorecard. I literally saw this, and I was like, oh my God, this fight better not be close, or Rances will get robbed. When they announced that the second judge had it 117-110 for Mickey Bey, I literally thought Rances Barthelemy was about to get his first loss or the first draw of his career. But luckily, cooler heads prevailed, and Barthelemy picked up the win. So let's talk about Barthelemy, man. He's expressed interest. He expressed interest to me when I talked to him earlier this week that he does want to move to 140 pounds very soon and win a world title there, making him the first Cuban boxer to win a title in 3 weight classes. I think he can do whatever he sets his mind to. If he can still make 135 and feels comfortable enough to where he can go on there and win a fight, then I say by all means do so, because the guy is already skilled to begin with. When you have a size advantage, a reach advantage, pretty much every fight, you're gonna have a high chance to win. I mean, and just think about it, guys. Here we have a guy at 135 pounds who has similar dimensions at 5'11" with a 73-inch reach to that of Viktor Postol, known as a very lanky junior welterweight. So just keep that in mind. We got lightweight with Victor Postal Dimensions. So that's what it is, man. Randy Bartholomew goes in there, puts on a really solid performance against Mickey Bey. You know, he's now put together two pretty good opponents. He beat the very tough come forward Denis Shafikov to win the title, and then he beat the guy that vacated the IBF title to Doug Shafikov and Mickey Bey, but still a solid name. So I'm looking forward to what Randy Bartholomew has in store, man. The guy's talented. He's one of those guys in boxing that is good. We love when we see him, but we don't necessarily talk about him as much as we should. But I'm hoping. I can't wait to see what's next for him. The dude is a hell of a fighter, and yeah, man, congrats to Bartholomew. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this fight and that one judge who had it 117, 110 for Mickey Bey, and anything regarding Mickey Bey or Randy Bartholomew in the comments down below. But you could love me or you could hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Mess up the intro, or whatever.